Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy ZT, and today we celebrate us reaching 1K subscribers. I want to say thank y'all, and this is the day not the day actually, it's been almost a week since I reached 1K subscribers. All I want to say is thank y'all for standing up with me and helping me go through all of the shenanigans and long periods of disappearing here and there. You know how it goes. So I want to say thank y'all to everyone who watched my channel and kept up with it, and I want to thank everybody who clicked on one of my videos and gave it the time of day to watch some of my content. So today my gift back to you will be this what if Deku was invincible. I hope I do this what if justice, because Invincible is one of the best comic books I read in a while. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Play my shit. So we start with the story. A woman was walking down the street, minding her own business, as she noticed a huge truck coming towards her. As the thoughts started racing in her mind, thinking that this is it, this is her death, as she closed her eyes and prayed to the Lord to be saved. As she waited a bit, but nothing happened. As she opened her eyes and she saw a man built like none other, with a huge mustache floating above her, holding the truck above her head. This is how the story of Invincible begins. As the relationship started between the two strangers, as at first the stranger with the mustache known as Nolan started acting like a narcissistic prick to her, to the woman thing, because of his culture, as he told her about himself that he is not from this planet. That's why he developed this kind of power, and she opened up to him as well. As we go through the years, they started dating and went all around the world, having fun, having everything they could wish for, until one day Nolan proposed to her, to Inko Midoriya. To Inko, he proposed to her as he gave her the ring, as she said a million times yes as she kissed him. As we jump forward to the day of the birth of Izuku Midoriya, Nolan was ecstatic, happy that that his spawn was that his spawn was born. As we continue on, the birth of Deku, or more so known as Izuku, Nolan and Nolan and Inko cared for him deeply, as they took care of him day in and day out. As Nolan started getting soft around him, yet he still had this hard attitude towards his son, thinking that he needs to grow him up to be as strong as he can so he could be prepared for his power when they kick in. So we jump forward 4 years in the future. Deku is 4 years old. The only thing in his mind is that he wants to be a hero. He wants to fulfill that dream. In the meanwhile, Nolan is doing some vigilante work, because in Japan, the hero work, you need to associate it, you need to work with the association, and you need to be registered as a hero. Nolan did not have the time to go through that painstaking operation through going through the system and stuff, so he chose to be a vigilante, helping whenever he can and fighting whenever he wants. And he was associated a lot with the US, because that is where the word superhero came from. So Deku always admired his father, yet he also admired All Might, because he resembled the symbol of peace of Japan, his home, his country. So although he admired All Might, he still had a place in his heart for his father, because his father was the ideal hero to Izuku. So at the age of 4, as everyone was getting their quirks, Deku was taken to the quirk doctor, as he was told the heart-aching news that he will never develop a quirk, that he will never gain powers. As Deku cried, as he looked at his mother, and father, his father embraced him and told him, "Do not worry, son. I will train you. I will make you the greatest hero that ever lived. So Deku was told at the age of 4 that he will be trained by his father to gain a bit of power. So Deku started training with his father since the tender age of 5 years old, because 4 years old you can't do anything. So he was taught how to throw a punch, how to fend for himself. And as the years passed, Bakugo's bullying grew and grew as Deku tried always to fight back. He was never this weak little boy that couldn't defend himself. As the fights got more nasty and nasty, one day at the age of 7, Deku came back to his home crying as he was burned, as his hand was burned, as he met with his father, as his father told him what's wrong. As he said, "Nothing, Dad, I just got into a fight with Bakugo, and you can tell from my scars that he won." As Nolan looked at him and he glared as his rage started building up. Then Deku looked at him, "Dad, don't get angry. It's nothing. We just had a fight and he won. You don't need to get angry at me. You know, I'm a quirkless after all. I don't have the power to fend for myself except the way you taught me how to fight and throw a punch." So Nolan grabbed Deku and picked him up and took him outside. As he started floating up in the air, he told him the story of the Voltrumites. He told him that his people strived for peace in the galaxy, that they are not conquerors, more like peace creators, as they went to other planets and they gave them the technology and protection so that the communities there would thrive. As Deku's eye filled with wonder as he started smiling, as Nolan looked at him and told him, "Son, one day you will develop powers like mine. When you hit puberty, your body will start to change. You start growing hair in places you think they are not supposed to grow hair." He gave him the talk essentially, and then he looked at Izuku and told him, "And you will develop my powers, but you need to work for them." As Deku looked at him, and the only thing he said is, "I can be a hero?" As Nolan was taken back, he thought that he was gonna get a silly answer like, "I want to fly. Can I, so I can fly," or something like that. And Deku showed him the maturity that I can be a hero than Dad. So he is, Deku in this what if is adamant and determined to fulfill his dream, which Nolan respected. So Deku was taken care of by Nolan, and he still clinged to hope that his power will develop with time and that he will grow to be the one true hero that the world needed. As he continued training with his father would not use his super strength or super speed or durability in that matter. He would teach him basic techniques for self defense, like how to throw punches, how to counterattack, and how to fight for survival. So Deku's years continued as that, as his fights with Bakugo started getting more on equal terms, as he always knew how to defend himself. If Bakugo attacked him, he would throw him away from him. He would not give him the chance to pin him down and do some damage to him, some serious damage. So we jump to the age of 14. As Deku, through the years, he noticed that he's not developing powers and his puberty is on the doors. And he started getting frustrated, thinking that even though his father told him he will be as powerful as him, he started thinking that he will never develop that strength. As Deku took a job at a burger joint, as it was his time to take the trash out. As he walked out of the establishment from the back door taking the trash out, he was having difficulties dragging the bags out. As he reached the dumpster and opened the lid for the dumpster, he threw the first bag before it tears, and then he grabbed the second one and threw it. And to his surprise, it went flying into the atmosphere. And then he looked at his hand, and all he can muster up is, "Sweet." As he ran back home and sat with his family, his father came back from having a trip to the US fighting some villains. As they sat down and having drinks, having dinner, as they are having fun as a family. And then Deku said, "I got news." As As Nolan and Inko looked at him. That's new. As Nolan said, "Come on, son, tell me what it is." What it is. As Deku looked at him, surprised that I developed my power finally. As Nolan's eyes widened, and he gave a bit of a menacing look. As Deku thought to himself, "What? Isn't he happy that I developed my powers?" As Deku looked at him, "What's wrong, Dad?" As Nolan said, "Nothing. I can't believe it, son. Congratulations." As he congratulated his son and ruffled his hair and told him, "You know what that means, huh?" As Deku looked at him, "Yes, Dad, more training. And now the real training begins." As Inko, and Nolan started celebrating him, developing his powers as he went to bed at the night, and he sat down, and then he thought, "Father can fly, can I?" As Deku opened the window to his to his room, and looked at it, "Whew, only one. Ooh, I can't do it." As he went inside, and then he ran outside and jumped from the window, and he started falling down. Oh shit! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap. Before he hit the floor, he looked at. He opened his eyes and he saw himself floating. Sweet! As he started ascending to the skies, as he started looking around Japan, around the city around him, and seeing all the bright lights and thinking, "I can be a hero now." As he looked at his hand and he started moving, thinking how to balance himself in the sky because he was finding it super difficult to fly. As he looked at him, as he looked at the way around him, you can hear a plane coming next to him, throwing his balance off. As Deku started rolling down, as he can't balance himself off, as he thought, "Oh my god, this is my death." As he slammed to the ground, creating a crater. Oh, his clothes are tattered, his pants is broken down. As he got up, "I'm gonna feel this tomorrow." As he went to his home, and his father came early on in the morning, knocking on his door. "Izuku, are you ready?" As Izuku got out of the room, but his eyes have bags under them, and his father said, "You didn't get enough of sleep or what?" As he said, "You can say something like that, Dad." As Nolan looked at him, "It's time to train, kiddo. Get up." As Deku looked at him, "Okay, Dad, I will see you at the breakfast table." As they went and had breakfast and got out of the room, as they were having breakfast and all, they got out of the apartment and went to a bit of away place. As Nolan looked at him, "Your first lesson will be how to use your flight." As Deku looked at him and said, "Okay." As Nolan started ascending into the sky, and Deku said, "How can you do it so perfectly, Dad?" As his father said, "You know that feeling inside your stomach? Just push that feeling down to your feet. Keep yourself in a good position and do it." As Deku started doing it once, it was a bit shaky. Second time, less than first time, and the third time he did it, he started flowing in a good trajectory. As Nona said to him, "You're a fast learner, kid." As Deku said, "You betcha, Dad." As they started floating up in the sky, as Deku said to him, "So how can I change the trajectory I'm going at, Dad?" As Nolan looked at him and told him, "That would be pretty easy. Just think how to move and move your body according to it. Like switch the shoulders, move the shoulders in the right way, like creating force that counteracts the force that you are going against." As Deku said, "Okay." As they started training how to fly and stuff, it took them a couple of hours to Deku to get it on point, and then Nona said to him, "Now to the hard part. Landing straight down without causing any much harm." As Nolan speed blitzed to the ground, as he landed on his legs and said, "Look, nothing happened to the ground below me." So Deku looked at him. "Oh god, this is gonna be painful." As Deku started descending into the ground, as he smashed and created a crater, and Nolan looked at him again. as he started getting pissed with Deku, as Deku got up into the sky and did it again, as Nolan said, again, as Deku started feeling this menacing aura to his dad, as Deku did it for the third time, as Nolan said, again, as he growled at Deku because of his fear. He did it perfectly this time as he looked at his father, and his father said, good job, son. Now it's time to train your body on how to take a punch and dish out some pain. As Deku said, you already taught me that, Dad. As Deku looked at his father. So you can take a punch, you say, huh? As Deku said, yeah, Dad, I've been fighting all my life. I pretty much can take a punch. As Nolan said, then take one from me. As Deku started feeling fearful, but Dad, you're Omni-Man. How can I take a punch from you? And Nolan said, you need to learn, kid, as he cocked his fist back and threw a punch to the stomach of Izuku as Izuku started vomiting. As he landed to the ground and said, why, Dad? As Nolan looked at him with a stern look as he said, get up. Now show me what you got. As Deku cocked his hand back, as his father told him, and threw the punch as hard as he can. And Nolan's face went in a way, then it came back. Still will need to work on your strength, kid. As Izuku's day went on like that, as he returned home beat up, feeling tired, feeling all his muscles tearing, feeling all the pain, as he thought to himself, I need to work myself, cause dad's fighting abilities are insane. I don't think if I continue doing on this, I don't think I can reach his current strength level. As he started muttering to himself, and as Nolan smacked the back of his head and said, shh, shut up. Now let's go inside, go have a shower, and meet me at the table downstairs. As Izuku went down there, as they started having dinner and stuff, and Izuku was beat up, as Inko looked at him, what happened to you? And Nolan jokingly said he survived a training with powers with me, as he both started giggling and laughing. As Izuku said, yeah, Mom, it was exactly like that. As he went to his room and slept for the night, feeling like a rock. His body was so heavy from the beating he took. As the next day he went to school, as we hear a familiar voice from the back of the head of Deku, as he said, get out of the way, damn bastard. As Deku looked at him and said, oh, Bakugo, glad to see you this morning. As Bakugo looked at him with a confused look. What did you say, damn nerd? As Deku answered, nothing, it's just glad I can see you. As they went into the class and they had normal classes, as the teacher got out and threw the papers in the sky as in the normal anime, and told them that there is 2 students that will go to UA, as Bakugo started gloating and calling everybody extras, and that they will be D-listers sidekick. As this he started gloating around, as the teacher said, the second one is Izuku Midoriya. As everyone in the class started laughing at Izuku, thinking that he was powerless, as Bakugo lunged at Deku, grabbing his shirt and slamming him into the wall. As Deku looked at him, so what are you gonna do now, Kachan? As Katsuki cocked up his fist, as he sent in explosions towards Deku's face, as the teacher screamed in horror, thinking that Bakugo killed him, until Deku blew the smoke out of his face. Still weak as ever, I can see. As Bakugo looked at him, what? As he thought about sending another explosion, and Deku just punched his stomach, sending him to his knees. I advise you to never do that, Katsuki. You hear me? I have dealt with your bullshit for fucking 15 years of my life. I don't want to deal with it no more. So you either back off or I will smash you. Do you understand? As he showed his dominance towards Bakugo, as Bakugo started feeling this anger as he was about to retaliate, as the teacher grabbed both of them and sent them to the principal office. As the principal, first of all, started with Bakugo, as he grilled him for what he done, as he sent him with a warning. As Izuku looked at the principal and said, "Now it's my turn, sir." As the principal started grilling him and telling him that he is. So, what do you think of yourself, kid? You think you're invincible? As Deku looked at him, "Invincible? That would make for a great hero name." As the principal said, "You're way too lost, kid. Just go back to class." As Izuku went back to class and everybody was stunned at the stunt Deku pulled, he took an explosion to the face point blank from Bakugo and came out with no scratch. Plus, he sent Bakugo to his knees. What? As the day continued, Deku went on having his day as normal. As he avoided the cross section where he got on in the normal story, so he did not encounter the sludge villain yet. As he went on about his day normally, as he started hearing explosion and a commotion going around. As Deku looked around him, as he saw all the heroes gathered up, as Kachan was captured by the sludge villain, as he was getting choked up, as he thought to himself, "I shouldn't get myself involved. If I get caught, maybe they will find out about my father's secret. What if this? What if that? What if this?" As then he looked at Bakugo's face, as he saw this horrified look, this look of despair on his face, as he went from behind the building, grabbed some cloth, as he put it around his face, as he came back and looked at him, as he bolted flying straight through the villain, as he grabbed tenderly at Bakugo, because if he went full force through Bakugo, he would rip him in half. As he went through the sludge villain, grabbing Bakugo as he flown into the sky, as his emerald green eyes met at Bakugo's eyes as he looked at him, as he took him towards the other villains, towards the other heroes, and put him down. As Bakugo said, "Who do you think you are, you damn bastard? I didn't ask for your help." As Deku looked at him, "Shut up. Now let me take care of it." As Deku thought about a way to engage the villain, as he went on about it, as he threw a punch towards the eye of the villain, connecting with it, making the villain go blind as he writhed in pain, as another hero jumped into the fray and looked. Omni-Man, as he came down and grabbed the sludge villain, as he slammed him to the ground, making him splatter all around, as he flown away right after, because he was watching what Deku was about to do, as he scoffed at him for doing that. As Omni-Man went about his day, Deku was bombarded by paparazzi trying to take pictures of him, as they took pictures, as they tried to interview him, as Deku flown into the sky and said, "Can't do that, I can't give my secret identity," as he flown away. As the media started roaring about the emergence of a new vigilante in town, the one who saved Katsuki Bakugo. As Deku was heading home, as he was walking home, he was thinking to himself, "I shouldn't have done that. Damn it. Yeah, it was too reckless of me, but my body started moving on its own. God damn it, Bakugo. Why did you make me do that?" As he was walking home, as a familiar voice came from around the corner, "I am here," as he roared with this aura towards him, as Izuku looked at him. "Oh, what? Is that you?" As his inner fanboy came out, and he started looking at All Might, and All Might said, "Yes, kid." As then All Might poofed, and Mini Might came out, and Deku looked at him. "You're not All Might, you're a fraud." As he pointed a finger towards All Might, and All Might said, "Relax, kid, I'm not." As he told Izuku his story, as he lifted the shirt and showed him the injury, as Deku said, "That was against Toxic Chainsaws 5 years ago, am I right?" As Deku said, as All Might said, "You know your stuff, kid." As Deku, as All said that charm did not do anything like this. This injury was given to me by the Prince of Darkness, also known as All for One. As Izuku said, All for One. I think I heard or read something about it. As Izuku now was given the question, you showed great courage and great strength out there, kid. So, here is my offer to you. Will you take my power and become my successor? As Izuku responded with, huh? And I'll be ending this part right here. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like this video. Comment down below and subscribe for more of this what if. Hit 10 likes and I will create another part of this what if. It's still a mystery if Deku will get one for all or not. It's up to you. You get to choose because I have two ways to take the story, if he does or he does not. So I hope you guys enjoy. Watch this video till the end. Drop a comment, drop a subscription. Don't forget to like, and thank y'all once again for 1K subscriber. It's been your boy Xena ZT, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.